Hi and welcome to another edition of Mailbag. Okay, this is Mailbag, common feature of the channel. It's where I attempt to answer questions that you guys have left on the channel, or if I can't answer them, I have a good go at answering them, or I throw them out to the wider tubing community to try and answer on behalf of somebody who's raised the question. Now, we'll get into this mailbag. Remember, like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Go over to Instagram and follow me there. Go over to Facebook, follow me there. That's where the normal notices are. And consider becoming a Patreon. The next comment comes from ICCEO22, and this was in response to the Nautilus Shoppers Please Note video I did in August 2021. Nautilus seems to split people very much, I have to be honest. Anyway, ICO writes, as somebody who has owned a MODX for 2 years and recently sold it to buy a Nautilus, I disagree. I think Nautilus is considerably more bang for buck in terms of what you actually get for the price. While I think it is overpriced, and I think everybody agrees that Nautilus is overpriced, $14.99 would have been the sweet spot. As far as I'm concerned, it is much more a complete keyboard. But it really depends on what you want to do with it. Either boards deliver great value depending on the purpose. If you want an all-in-one production unit, Nautilus wins, and it's not remotely close. A fully featured sequencer, a sampler, a 16-track audio recorder, more flexible FX routing, more robust sample management features. All of this is easily worth the additional cost of Nautilus. If you're not interested in standalone all-in-one board, use a DAW, and yes, MODX delivers the price point. But the sounds that come with the board are also significantly different, with each having a significant strength over the other. Obviously, which is subjective, and that is important. i.e., Nautilus EPs are easily head of class for Rompler workstations, and for my money, MODX sounds toy-like by comparison. That's going to be controversial. Nautilus takes ages to load. It's annoying in all Kronos, and it's annoying all in all. Kronos is long in the tooth, and we can expect active support and updates to Nautilus for at least a year or two. Laugh out loud. Nautilus comes with a few holes that are puzzling for a 2021 release product of this magnitude. 2 channels of USB audio, seriously, where MODX offers 5 stereo and 10 mono channels, and a Roland MC707 runs to 8 stereo. I could go on, but bang for buck factor really depends on how much you value the standalone sampling, recording, sequencing, mixing features of the Nautilus. Those features alone justify the £700 price difference. Interesting. Another interesting view on Nautilus, and I say Nautilus seems to be dividing people, and basically it's good to hear other musicians' points on Nautilus. I think I agree the price point is wrong. It needs to sort of weigh in more towards the Yamaha MODX, and that would make the differential a lot more difficult to justify. But you know, things like weight and size are also considerations for a gigging musician, and we've seen that with other people in their comments. Next question or comment comes from Cyberspace, and it was in response to what this beauty can do, the Yamaha SY85 demos off the demonstration disc. And I will put a link to the demonstration disc down below, because on the demonstration disc not only do you get the sequences, but you get all the sounds that were required to create those sequences. Anyway, these are the original demos? Yes, they were. And I remember how it had Kraftwerk's The Model as one of its demos. And I wonder how they convinced Kraftwerk to let them include Kraftwerk on it. Kraftwerk is famous for suing people that do this sort of thing. Now, interesting area this is. You are correct. These were the original demos that were pushed for the SY85. I've made them available on the media library, so link below if you want them. And these were the demos that discs were issued to the retailers to demonstrate the capability of the SY85. And like you, I agree they must have come to some sort of agreement with Kraftwerk. And what I suspect, in fact, I pretty much know, but I can't say I know because I suspect, that Kraftwerk were being sponsored by Yamaha at that point in time, and therefore, as part of the deal, they were able to release the sequencing for that particular Kraftwerk track. I can tell you that as soon as the video went up on YouTube, I had a copyright claim straight on it. So for those that don't understand, if you put music up onto YouTube, you get a copyright claim. If you've basically copied somebody's, if you've basically copied someone's video and it's exactly the same music, as in it's come off a record or a CD or something like that, you get an infringement claim. But in this case, you get a shared copyright claim, which basically means that they're recognising that it's somebody else's work, but it's not the original artist, if that makes any sense. But yeah, and it's a sharing claim, so it's not as draconian as the other one. But you know, if you want to know about copyright claims, one of the things I would say is go and watch a guy called Rick Beato. And his channel, which is Rick Beato, funny enough, and he talks about the whole issue of copyright claims and slapping judgments, and he gets hit with them all the time, because what he does on his channel, and it's really interesting to watch, is he actually goes into the song itself and he dissects the song and saying why the song works so well. And because of doing that, he gets all these copyright claims. It's utterly bonkers. And he drives him round the bend. And there's certain artists, and I can't remember, the Beatles being one of them. As soon as you play a Beatles track on YouTube, you instantly get a copyright infringement claim.